Well, it wants to. This is Gary. He's been a longtime subscriber to the channel and a frequent visitor here in the garage. He's a local guy right here in the Buffalo area. The other week, Gary stops by and he drops off this Craftsman mini tiller / cultivator. It's a 2-cycle. He says it runs, but he can't get it started. Sounds like a carburetor issue to me. These carbs can be a little fussy. I ain't afraid of them. Let's see if we can get this tiller to start. Stick around. Hey guys and gals, welcome to Garage Gear. I'm JB, giving you the best tips and tricks to survive life in and out of the garage. And remember, if you're feeling the vibe and you want to be part of the tribe, subscribe. I'm gonna start by draining out every single drop of gas. Not much hiding in there. Let's see, we're gonna need you, and we're gonna need you guys. This is a T20 star bit. We have 4 screws right here, here, and then 2 on the other side. These are coming out. Come on! Don't you fight me already. And 4. Now we're gonna pull this cover off, move the choke to the middle, and off she comes. Whoa. That's a little soggy with oil right there. I'll have to see if we can get a new one. So at this point, it's a great idea to snap a few photos before you move any further. This way you know how to put everything back together. We're gonna disconnect our fuel lines next. These little bent pliers seem to work the best. There we go. And the bottom one. Now let's get this carburetor off. We got 2 screws holding it on. We're gonna clean up this choke plate a little bit. As you can see, it's got some oil dripping off of it. We're gonna take our carburetor off and we're gonna detach our throttle cable at the top. Here's our carburetor and it's a little oily, so we're gonna spray this whole thing down. Before we go any further, I'm gonna bring you in here. I wanna show you this. This is all oiled up inside here. I'm gonna clean this out with some carb cleaner real quick. Jeez, are these seeds here? Wow. What are they growing in this thing? All right, that's a lot cleaner than it was. Check out these paper towels. Wow, much better. That'll help it breathe. Gary, I don't know about those seeds, man. I don't know what you're trying to grow in this thing. We are going to be cleaning out this carburetor here with Small Engine Carbon Choke Cleaner by Gunk, sent to us by our friends over at Liquid Wrench. Thank you very much. Time to get this party started. Let's start off by cleaning our choke plate. Looks a lot cleaner and shinier to me. Clean off our choke lever. All right, let's get into the good stuff. I'm gonna grab a screwdriver, Phillips head, take these babies off. That's 1 screw. That's 2. Open her up. Little oily on the inside. I'm going to carefully work off this first layer here. Be ever so gentle. You gotta remember which way it goes, so take a good mental image of it or take a picture. And this gasket right here is on there. It's not coming off. So what I'm gonna do is just have to clean around it. Now we're gonna take the bottom screws out. Take your time with this. Here we go. Pop the top off. Looks pretty good on the inside. Not too bad. No rips or tears. I'm going to zoom you in here. I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up or not, but there is some jello forming around the inside. Oh my gosh. This needle spring seems to be working okay. That's good. I'm going to take my thumb, hold it over the top, and then take my screwdriver and loosen up this screw. Hold my spring in place, loosen her up. It'll fall right into the pan. And then you got to be careful. There's a little tiny spring in here. You don't want to lose it, so ease it out. Screw out gently. There we go. There's our little spring, and there's our needle. I'm gonna set that in the pan, take my pliers, pop on the carburetor. I'm gonna start spraying down the exterior. That looks a lot better. Look at that. Still a little bit of jello here. I gotta use a fine point, scrape it out. That is the result of some old gas. Get it all cleaned out. Then we're gonna take the top, spray down this little hole in the center. And these little carbs, fuel runs through everything. This little hole at the top, shoot it out. This hole here at this side, spray down this little screen. Little jet. Look at that. Wonderful. Good flow, baby. Quick clean off shot. Now what we're going to do is open up our choke plate, spray inside. There's lots of little pinholes like right here and in a little further, so spray those good. Now we're just going to attack this from the other side. Let's get all these little parts in the tray all cleaned up. Here's our needle. Our screw spring. This baby's tiny. Our spring itself. This guy, don't lose this. I've lost these before. Oh, that's... No! No! Oh, no! Whew. Oh, got it. Whew. Gotta be careful with these little guys. Spray it. Don't lose it. Next, we're gonna take our pin and our remaining screws. Now, these little gaskets and whatnot, I tend to hit quick and wipe off right away. Wipe it down gently. Don't press too hard. You don't want to rip it. Looks good. Looks like this one's got a little bit of oil on it. Spray it down. Just pat this baby. No harm done. Looks good. Now for our last cover, there are some jets inside underneath this gasket, so we're just going to leave the gasket right on. It's stuck there. We're not going to fight it off. Spray it all down. Spray in our jets. And wipe that baby down. Next, we're going to shoot all these parts with a little bit of air. All right, let's blow these bad boys out. We're going to start with the carburetor. Spray down every jet. Open up the choke plate, blow it out. Where fuel goes up. Little pinhole, another pinhole, another pinhole. Really? We're gonna blow up our pipes here, and check this out. These pipes fit perfectly into the nozzle. Bam, bam, bam. Next one on the bottom. All cleaned out. We're gonna blow out this top cover, hit the jets, hit our needle, our pin, our other cover, choke lever, choke plate, and our last gasket. All right, we are going to assemble this bad boy back together. Now this can usually be the toughest part. Take your spring, put it back in the center hole where it belongs, and then you're gonna take your whole needle and pin assembly and kind of land it right on top. Now I have it in. What I'm gonna do is get that screw in right away. Waste no time, get that thing in there. Before that spring pops out, hold it down, snug it down, and you can see our little action there with the needle works. Now we're gonna take our cover and we're gonna put this little tab in this top hole right here. We're gonna screw it down with our smaller screws. Boom, tight, tight, all set. Now onto our top cover. What we're gonna do is take our gasket, put it right back where it belongs, right on top, and we're gonna put this throttle screw right here up at the top. Here we go, we're gonna lock it right in. Screw holes line up, slip in your screws, tighten them down. Now we're gonna reassemble our choke plate, put our lever back on, washer on the top, screw down the center, and other screw in the bottom. Then from here, we're gonna slide them into the carburetor, just like that. This carburetor is now ready to go. Do you mind taking a super quick second to hit that like button down below for the YouTube algorithm? Thanks. If you don't do it for me, at least do it for Gary. Now before we go any further, I'm going to clean off the inside of this cover and we're gonna replace this air filter. Nobody wants an oily donut. This guy isn't too bad, spray her out. And give this guy a quick shot. Now up here in my cabinet of goodies, we got this. This is a piece of air filter foam, and what I'm gonna do is basically just trace my donut on it, cut it out, and replace it. You can see I've used it for quite a few others here in the past. Trace it out, trace out the inside. That'll do. Now, will this look pretty? Probably not. But will it do its job? Yeah. Why pay the $5, $10 when you can just make your own, right? That will do. Look at that. It fits on the money. That is awesome. We're gonna reinstall our throttle cable. Fuel line on the top, fuel line on the bottom. Take our choke plate, line up our holes, get the screws in. Oh, come on, find the hole. Let's go. All right, get your choke plate on, screw down your screws. Carb is on and choke lever works. Time to reinstall the cover now. And send in the final 4 screws. That's 1, that's 2, that's 3, and 4. One more thing we're gonna check here is the spark plug. We're gonna pull this baby out. Oh yeah, we could clean that baby up. Hey, Mr. Wilton, how are you? All right, we're gonna throw you in, tighten her down. Burn, baby, burn. Let that run for about 1 minute, and off it goes. Grab a wire brush. Let's hit this bad boy. Blow it out. I checked the instruction manual for this model too, and it says the spark plug is actually supposed to be at 0.025, and this one is actually at 0.03, so we're gonna have to nail this guy down and gap it right. We're gonna tighten you up a little bit. Aha, look at that. 0.025, right where we needed to be. I'm gonna send back in the spark plug, tighten her down. We're gonna fill this up with some True Fuel. This is 40-to-1, that's what's required in here, and this is ethanol free. Give it the good stuff, you know. Let's get this baby started. The instructions say start the choke lever at 1, prime about 10 times. There we go. Well, there you go. This machine started right up. This machine may be 15 years old, but it still runs and still digs. Huge shout out to Gary. Thank you so much for contributing this piece of equipment to the channel. Don't forget to give me one of these. For more cool garage gear videos, check out my links right here. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the garage.